Something extraordinary is unfolding in the skies.
It's about 10 times bigger at the very least relative to the previous.
Out of the endless gulf of interstellar space, a lone traveler has entered our solar system. Its name is 3I Atlas, and from the moment astronomers spotted it, the object began breaking rules. It brightened too quickly, expanded into a vast green shroud, and revealed a tail that seemed to bend the very laws of physics. Atlas is the third interstellar visitor humanity has ever recorded, and already the strangest of them all. Its arrival is not just a curiosity. It is a challenge to everything we think we know about how matter behaves in the deep cosmos.
From the start, Atlas refused to act like a normal comet. As it approached the sun, its coma swelled into an envelope of gas, plasma, and dust so immense that it rivaled half the diameter of the sun. To grasp the scale, imagine a speck of rock suddenly surrounded by a cloud capable of engulfing entire planets. Its brightness surged far faster than expected, abandoning the reliable pattern, called a light curve, that astronomers use to track comets. It was as though Atlas was improvising, driven by internal processes we could not see. Even stranger, the brightening came not from the coma alone, but from the nucleus itself, suggesting deep and violent activity within. And then came the color. In photographs, even those taken by amateur telescopes, Atlas glowed with a spectral green. This hue usually indicates diatomic carbon, molecules that fluoresce under solar radiation, but early readings showed little of it. The glow appeared only after Atlas drew closer to the sun, implying that hidden chemicals had been unlocked by solar energy. Perhaps its centuries of exposure to alien star systems had seeded its surface with compounds unfamiliar to us. In that moment, Atlas stopped being just another rock. It became a messenger carrying chemical fingerprints from a place we may never reach. On October 3rd, Atlas will graze past Mars. This encounter is no small detail. Multiple spacecraft, orbital probes, and surface rovers will train their sensors on the object. For the first time, humanity will be able to study an interstellar body from a vantage point other than Earth. Scientists hope to measure the true size of its nucleus, analyze its spectral fingerprint, and watch how its coma evolves up close. These measurements could resolve the mystery of whether Atlas is a comet, an asteroid, or something entirely new. Yet the opportunity will be brief. Just weeks later, Atlas will perform a vanishing act. On October 21st, it enters superior conjunction. Earth, Sun, and the object align so that Atlas is hidden behind the sun's glare. Imagine trying to spot a firefly hovering in front of a floodlight. It's impossible. For several critical days, when the object is nearest the sun and most active, we will be blind. By the time it emerges, it will already be racing toward perihelion on October 31st, transformed by solar heat in ways we may never fully witness. This cosmic hide-and-seek adds frustration to fascination, denying us answers when we crave them most. To understand why Atlas feels so unusual, it helps to remember its predecessors. The first interstellar object, Oumuamua, was discovered in 2017. Shaped like a cigar or pancake, it showed no coma and no tail, yet moved as if some invisible force were pushing it. Some scientists speculated exotic ice was evaporating invisibly. Others whispered of alien probes. Then came Borisov in 2019, which looked far more like a conventional comet. It carried a tail, it shed gas, and though its chemistry was unusual, its behavior was familiar. Atlas, however, fuses the strange and the familiar. It has a coma like Borisov, but it grows too fast. It moves like a comet, but its tail points the wrong way. It glows green, but not for the reasons we expect. It is an outsider that refuses to be boxed in. The anti-tail is perhaps its most confounding feature. Instead of pointing away from the sun, part of Atlas's dust and plasma stream leans toward it, mocking the very forces that govern cometary motion. Combined with its emerald glow and erratic brightening, this anomaly makes Atlas feel less like a visitor and more like a riddle. What could explain such defiance? Some researchers turn to plasma physics. In the lab, dusty plasmas can self-organize, forming structures that act in ways eerily similar to biological systems. Charged particles can cluster, ripple, and even display behaviors reminiscent of intelligence. Could Atlas be such a phenomenon, scaled to cosmic proportions? Others remain cautious, pointing to exotic chemistry or unique interstellar weathering. But the speculations reveal how far Atlas has already stretched our imagination. The timing of its visit adds another layer of drama. Our sun is currently in solar maximum, an 11-year peak of activity marked by massive flares and coronal mass ejections. These storms sweep through the solar system like tsunamis of plasma, colliding with anything in their path. For Atlas, this means an environment supercharged with energy, amplifying its activity. Meanwhile, other comets are also in view, C2025 R2 Swan and C2025 A6 Lemon, behaving exactly as they should. Their ordinary tails and predictable light curves only highlight Atlas's rebellion. What makes this saga even more remarkable is the role of ordinary observers. While Hubble and James Webb capture snapshots from orbit, much of the most recent data comes from amateurs with backyard telescopes. Night after night, they document Atlas's glow, feeding images into global networks that professionals rely upon. This collaboration underscores a truth. In astronomy, great mysteries are solved not only with billion-dollar instruments, but also with patient eyes under the night sky. Where did Atlas come from? It could have begun its journey a billion years ago, hurled from the gravity of a distant star. It may have crossed through molecular clouds, survived cosmic radiation, and gathered exotic compounds along the way. Every volatile molecule released now may carry clues to environments beyond human reach. To study Atlas is to touch the chemistry of other star systems, to glimpse alien conditions written into its dust. Or perhaps Atlas is something more radical, a new class of object, neither asteroid nor comet, but a phenomenon we have not yet defined. Perhaps its very structure represents order and complexity in a way that blurs the line between lifeless matter and something greater. While such speculation sits on the edge of science, it captures the spirit of Atlas, a reminder that the cosmos is stranger than we imagine, and often stranger than we can imagine. The truth remains elusive. For now, Atlas streaks onward, defiant, beautiful, and unexplained. It is a challenge hurled across the void, daring us to look, to question, to wonder. Will we discover its secrets? Or will it slip past us, a riddle unsolved, leaving only data and awe in its wake? Keep your eyes on the sky, stay curious. Because 3i Atlas is not just a visitor, it is a dare from the universe itself, asking us how far our imagination is willing to go.